Hey everyone, how you doing? Um, in the light of yesterday's events and the tragedy that occurred, I figured I'd do a little short video here on something that, when it comes to boating, it's said all the time, it's mentioned all the time, but sometimes it's taken for granted. There's some very few things that you can do that can save your life on a boat, no matter what. The first one, wear a life jacket. And it's not just simply wear a life jacket, it's wear the proper life jacket. Just any life jacket, just any device is not going to save your life if it's not used properly and it's not worn properly or it's not fit properly. So when you get yourself a life jacket, you need to actually look at the inside of it. Okay, it'll have a tag similar to this, or if you're getting the self-inflatables, it'll have a tag somewhere on it that looks similar to this. It's going to give you the adult rating, okay? It's going to give you the weight types and the PFD type. Now, I do not wear self-inflatables, and I'll tell you why. I was ejected from the very boat I'm sitting in at 70 miles an hour. Yeah, 70 miles an hour. That's what the cruising speed was on the boat when I was ejected as the driver. I got yanked out of this boat so fast, literally, my flip-flops were still on the hot foot, the throttle, the gas pedal. When I hit the water with such extreme force, it literally ripped my wedding ring off my fingers, pulled my glasses off my head. This was not the life jacket I was wearing, but this was a very similar one to what I had on. It was a speed rated life jacket. These things are rated for speed. They're designed for you to take an impact on the water and not come off your body. If your life jacket is not speed rated, if it is not fit properly, if it is not adjusted properly, if you're ejected from the boat at speed, you can actually have your life jacket pulled off of you. That's a big deal. Now, I've been a lifeguard. I'm an excellent swimmer. I even at one time used to scuba dive. I'm going to tell you right now, the life jacket's going to save your life, because if you happen to hit the water unconscious, it's going to improve your chances of not drowning and living, okay? If you don't have a life jacket on and you hit the water unconscious, you're going to drown. It's game over, okay? That's all there is to it. Wear the life jacket, wear the life jacket, wear the life jacket. Buy the right one for the right scenario. I personally will never wear an inflatable when I'm on my bass boat underway 70 plus miles an hour, or running at night, or running in weather. I just won't do it. I will wear this, okay? Again, or similar to this, speed rated, fit to my body, adjusted to me, so if I hit that water, it's not coming off, and I know I've got a chance to survive if I'm unconscious. Now, when I stop moving and I'm not on the water cruising and I'm fishing and trolling motors in the water, yeah, you know what? The self-inflatables are just fine. They're actually a really good idea to have. It's a great backup. You never know when you're going to accidentally hit that trolling motor, and maybe you got 109 thrust and you hit it just a little bit too strong and over you go. Okay, it can happen. So it's a nice, just little backup to have if you're on the water, even if you're on a big bass boat. But at the end of the day, the life jacket will save your life every time, especially if you fish alone. Second thing I want to talk about, and I'm gonna kind of turn the camera here. I'm gonna get over here to where my steering wheel is. The second most important thing I want you to always do and always remember is all boats come with what's known as a kill switch and a lanyard. Okay, this is my lanyard right here. I do not go underway without hooking my lanyard up to my body, so that if something happens to me and I'm again ejected from the boat, this is my kill switch. It will kill the boat. Again, when I was ejected at 70 miles an hour, I had my lanyard on. It killed the boat. The boat came to a soft resting stop about 100 yards from where I hit the water. Luckily, I had a partner who was able to throw the switch, come and get me. Had I not had a partner, I would have had about a 100-yard swim, but that's okay. At least it's a 100-yard swim. Had I not had this boat, because I have a hot foot, would have come off of full throttle, went down to idle, but would have kept idling away from me at about 6 miles an hour until it hit shore. And I could have ended up with a mile swim until I got to the boat, okay? Kill switch. Use them, use them, use them. A lot of times I forgot to take it off in my hurry to come up here, and I've killed my boat with, oh yeah, that's right, you know? But then I know it works. So the kill switch is probably next to the life jacket, the second most important piece of equipment on your bass boat. Use it, use it, use it. It will save your life. It is so important. Wear your life jacket, use your kill switch. Next piece. Now, this is optional. These are not cheap, but I recommend this, especially if you fish alone and you don't fish with people a lot. It's a satellite texting apparatus or device. Mine is made by Garmin, okay? I can use it anywhere in the world. It's hooked up to satellite. I pay for a subscription, and I can text. I can text my wife when I don't have cell phone service, okay? It gives me instant communication anywhere in the world with anybody via text. The other thing it does that I love about it, see that little button right there? That's an SOS. I push that button and it sends a distress signal just like a 911 call to the nearest located 911 system, and I can begin communicating through them via text, or it will just send a signal to them and they'll reach out to me, and if I don't answer, they will send help. This is attached to my life jacket. Why? Because if I get ejected and I do lose my boat, and let's say the kill switch doesn't work or whatever happens, and I'm looking at a mile swim or I'm in the middle of the upper basin, I have a way to communicate with people, okay? This is so, so, so important, okay? So think about it. It is a subscription. This thing costs me, I think it's like 350 bucks. The subscription monthly, it's like 20 bucks. As much as I fish, and I always typically fish alone, this is my security. This is my backup. It's my constant communication with my wife when things are going good. She knows I'm okay. I can give her updates of where I'm at. I can actually ping my location and send it to her so she knows exactly where I'm at. So even if I just had a simple medical emergency, it wasn't enough to call 911, I just need somebody to come out and help me, I can send her my exact location like you can on your phone when you don't have cell phone service. More importantly, if I do suffer something that's very bad or I really do need 911, I have my SOS button. I can push it. They can ping me. They can come to me, or they can communicate with me, and they can come help me. And when you're looking at things that happen, like what happened yesterday with the tragedy back east, these are very important things to have. Kill switches, life jackets, communication devices. One of the other things I want to talk about is I fished tournaments for over 12 years, okay? I fished this boat in all kinds of weather. I fished it in fog. I fished it in rainstorms, thunderstorms. I fished it in waves that were 8 foot tall, waves that were so high running the channel I could not see above the channel, okay? And I actually did have boats run cresting across the top right in front of me, which could have been a very deadly scenario for me because I was in the channel and they couldn't see me. The fact that they were up there was nuts, because if they would have speared a wave, they would have been gone. But the scenarios are there, and the potential is there for such bad things to happen when you're out on the water when it's inclement weather. You have to be careful. You have to use sound judgment. Sometimes it's better to just duck in a cove, get on your device or get on your phone and say, hey, look, I'm not going to make it in. The waves are too big. It's not safe. I'm going to hang out here until it's safe. That might be 5 hours. It might be 8 hours. It might be 12 hours. It might be the next day. And if that's the case, again, if you're on a boat, you should consider those things. You should look at having the ability to get to shore, make a fire, be able to get water to drink, have a few packets of freeze-dried food where you got something to eat for the night. Make sure you have a blanket or at least a sleeping bag where you can spend the night if you're forced to. Always have a dry bag, especially when you fish year-round like I do. A dry bag where you can get into a dry change of clothes so you don't become hypothermic. That is critical, critical, critical. My very first tournament out of Lake Mead, we ended up spearing a wave. It was in like early March and it was freezing cold. We learned the hard way the importance of a dry bag and dry clothes, okay? Have these things on your boat. Have the dry bag, have the phone, have the communication, the life jacket, the kill switches, all this stuff, the ability to just have one night's worth of food, have more water than you're going to bring. If you're not going to have more water than you bring, one of the things I actually carry on my boat is called a life straw. It's a simple little blue straw that you can suck water through, and it doesn't matter where that water comes from. It's going to purify it instantly. It's going to give you ability to drink water. You can stick it right in Lake Mead water, and you can drink through it, and you will not get sick. It's called a life straw. Look into it. They sell them at Bass Pro Shops. They sell them at Sportsman's Warehouse. They sell them at Amazon. You can get them anywhere. They are a great, great, great thing to have. Always carry one. If you're hunting, if you're hiking, if you're fishing, it will always protect you. If you can find any source of water, no matter how bad it is, and you don't have the ability to purify it or clean it, that's what it was designed for. And that can save your life. They're very important. It's a great tool to actually have on the boat. The last thing I want to talk about is when you're running in inclement weather and you can't see in front of you at a greater distance as it relates to the speed you're going. You need to lower your speed. I understand in tournaments, sometimes the tendency is, let's run off the GPS, let's run off the knowledge of the lake. That's great, I've done that. I can run the lake at night off the GPS and off my knowledge, but you know what, if I don't have that spotlight, okay, and there happens to be a kayaker out there who got caught in inclement weather and he's trying to kayak home and he doesn't have any lights. Or maybe there's a vessel that broke down and they have no power, and you come around the corner on a dark night without a spotlight and you're moving 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, you're going to hit that boat and you're going to kill somebody, like what happened last night or yesterday. Okay, you have to be careful. You have to understand that there are circumstances beyond your control and your ability if you do not try to just slow down, use a flashlight, use your better judgment. Your electronics are great. They're there for a reason, but they are not the end-all be-all to navigation. We are not ships out on the ocean traveling at 20 knots where we have the ability to see through satellite. We are bass boats traveling on lakes at 70 miles an hour, and we don't have brakes. So you have to always take into account when you reduce visibility, reduce speed, increase caution, become more aware, use your eyes more, use your spotlights more, use your electronics just a little bit less. Never become so dependent on a piece of electronics and ignore what your senses and your eyes are telling you, okay? One of the last things is probably always tell somebody where you're going. And wherever that may be, go there. Don't tell somebody where you're going and go somewhere else. Because if something happens, they're going to look where you said you were going. They're not going to look somewhere else. They're not going to know. Stick to your plan. If your plan changes, communicate that to that primary and secondary person that your plans have changed. It's important. It can mean the world of difference when we have to come and look for you, or somebody has to come and look for me. They need to know, hey, if he's in that 1 mile square area, that's where we're going to go. And they're going to have a higher chance of finding me in that area, even if they have to increase that circle fourfold and go out 4 or 5 miles, than say I stayed in the lower basin and I ended up in the upper basin. Don't change your plans without telling people. Always tell people where you're going before you go. Always tell them when you're going to come back and give them a drop dead time. If you're not back by this drop dead time, that's the time to make phone calls. Don't say, hey, I'm going to be home around 5. Okay, fine. You're going to be home around 5. What's your drop dead time? 10. Well, it's 5 hours later. Yes. Because inclement weather may have changed things. The amount of people at a boat dock may have changed things. Any number of things could have changed things to delay your arrival time or your communication time. So yeah, you should be home by about 5. But if you're not home by 10, something is really, really, really wrong. And it's time to call out the forces and we need to go look for you, okay? That's the difference between, yeah, this is when I think I'm going to be home, this is my drop dead time. Always remember the difference, understand the difference, and communicate the difference and the actions. Hey, if I'm not home by 5, give me a call, give me a text. If you don't hear from me by, 8, then, start to worry, start making some phone calls and see what you can do. But if you don't hear or see from me by 10, then you know something is wrong. Maybe I'm stuck out there and maybe I'm in a cove and maybe I have to stay the night, and for whatever reason I can't communicate that to you. But at least you can let the powers that be know, and they can be prepared at Safe Flight to get out there and figure out where you're at. So again, to recap, life jackets, get one that fits. Get and adjust it to your body and wear it properly. Always adjust it to your clothing, okay? Make sure that it fits you snugly and it is not going to fall off if you get thrown in the water. Communication devices. Make sure whatever you take out there, you can stay in constant contact with not only your people that care about you, but 911 in the emergency. Your kill switch. Always, always, always use a kill switch. Make it a habit that you will never get away from. Kill switch always goes on before anything else, okay? And telling people where you're going, make sure that's a habit, even if you have to get a map and draw a circle on it, or take a screenshot of a map with a circle drawn on it and give it to your loved ones so they know. And finally, always, always, always use caution when navigating in inclement weather or high waves. Slow down. It's okay to slow down. My boat is incredibly fast. I can go faster than probably 99% of the other bass boats out there, but there is a time, there is a place, and your family wants you to come home safe. Slow down if you have to. Be safe. Come home to your family. Don't risk it. All right? This is Doc's advice for the day, and I hope you all enjoy it. Take care. We'll see you on the water. Out.